Hello and welcome to the most underrated show on the internet.
We're What's with the Lemon, and is Microsoft the devil?
What?
Is Microsoft the devil?
Yeah, why? I haven't heard of this.
So, you know how they had those layoffs not too long ago? Where they closed down a few studios, and people all think it's because of Call of Duty.
It is because of Call of Duty.
Well, Bungie, a Sony developer, just laid off 210 of their employees.
Well, yeah, because they went to Sony, and Sony can't do anything right. So
17%
that's crazy.
of their workforce,
which is
gone.
Nuts, because all they do is Destiny.
Yes, and actually the Final Shape, which is their new DLC expansion,
oh my god,
did really well.
So, is it already out?
Yeah.
So your version of Life is Strange is Destiny.
Is it Destiny? Or is it Mass Effect?
Destiny. I've never seen you look at lore videos for Mass Effect.
Well, because Mass Effect is in the game.
Yeah, Destiny freaking makes you have to look everything up because you assure me there's a story there, but there's no story in Destiny.
For those of you who don't know, Bungie were the creators of Halo, one of the best games of all time.
Fantastic. They did 1 through Reach, right?
Yes, they did all the way up until Halo Reach, which is my favorite Halo game.
Great game.
They then switched over to being independent, and then they got swooped up really quick by Activision. Oddly enough, now owned by Microsoft.
I didn't think of that. That's really funny.
Oddly enough, now owned by Microsoft. They made Destiny 1.
And Bungie was made by Microsoft, right?
I mean, their developer was definitely made by Microsoft. Like that's where they got their big break and all their funding for Halo. So, they didn't keep Halo. They don't have the rights to it. Microsoft does.
Thank God.
We won't even get into the whole 343's handling of Halo on this podcast.
Yeah, that's another
podcast.
That's our Halo, strictly Halo podcast, actually.
The reason I'm bringing it up is because we had talked about like the price hikes for Game Pass and all this stuff, and people keep saying woe's Microsoft, like they're just the worst.
Yeah.
But when Sony does it, they're not like, well, Sony is just the worst.
Well, that's because for some reason, Americans have this God complex when it comes to Sony.
It's not
they can
just
do
Americans.
no wrong.
It's not just Americans. Europeans love Sony too.
Yeah, but in like all the other places, Xbox actually just isn't as big.
Yes, this is true.
Like it just hasn't made that reach. But in America, PlayStation can do the exact same thing as Xbox, and like, this is the greatest thing that's ever been done.
More money for your subscription? Sign me up, man. I only say that because I've heard some news stuff today about people just getting really ticked off at Microsoft, but we had already talked about my opinions of it. Is like, this is a luxury thing that you get to do. It is not a necessity. Yeah,
I think it just feels more and more like I wish it wasn't a luxury.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I want the escape.
It didn't used to be, Joe. Gaming used to be a hobby, but with how the world is and everything else, it's become very expensive.
Yeah. If we didn't system link, I think I would only buy physical media now.
Just because of fear of it going away?
Going away, but I also really like the look of physical media.
Like having discs.
Yeah.
I do too, except for the fact that they then get everywhere. And then you have to have...
Well, and you have a baby now, so...
Well, that too, but...
And a wife, and she's just practically throwing those things everywhere.
Well, I was going to say, remember we had a whole bookcase full of movies.
Yes. It looked awesome.
And we then didn't have enough room for them. We had to make more room for movies.
Yeah, it was great. I want that. Like, think of one of your walls. You could just make a wall of games.
Yeah, I've never been that kind of gamer, though. Like,
no, you want to play the game.
Yeah, I just want to play.
I want to decorate.
Yeah, you do. You become a decorator, you know?
I like things.
Yes, that's true.
Which is sad because I have no money to like things.
Not right now, you don't. That's true.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
And I've been thinking about this for... I've been thinking about this for like a day and a half.
You wanted to like bring it up?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
And I really debated if I was going to ask it on the podcast or not.
You look a little nervous right now.
I just think you're going to say that's a dumb question, and I don't think it is.
So you want me to really think deep on this?
Yes.
Okay.
I want you to be honest.
Okay.
I don't want you to just say what you think is like the right thing to say.
Okay.
I want you to be honest, and
Okay.
pretend like it's just me and you here.
Oh,
No one
What do you
else.
mean? It is just me, you here.
Yeah.
And then there's might be somebody else.
Someone
nearby.
else could be here, but also that it's not recorded and going to be sent out to other people. Okay?
Okay.
Do you think a happy ending is cheating? Do you know what a happy ending is? It's when you're getting a massage and people ask if you want a happy ending and massage your downstairs.
Yep, that would be considered
And then
cheating.
you have a happy ending.
That would be way considered cheating.
Even though it's it's the service.
That is so cheating. It's not even funny, man.
What if you didn't know they were going to give you a happy ending?
That's violating. That's,
But you went to a happy ending place.
then
You
okay,
didn't know it was going to be a happy ending.
I have more questions. Why are you going to happy ending places?
No, but I used to work next to a place that did secret happy endings.
Was this when you worked at the phone store?
Yeah, I worked at Metro. And I say that because Metro is one of the ghettoest phone places you could go to. They're trying
Okay.
not to be, but they are. And it was right next. Like I shared the wall with them, and it was only old creepy dudes
Oh God.
or young guys that their mom would drop them off at the store and wait for their mom to pull away, and then they would go into the happy ending massage parlor, come back like 30 minutes later and like wait in the store till their mom came and picked them up again.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How? Okay. You've worked.
So I have experience with happy endings without being in a happy ending. You know? You know what I mean? But is it cheating?
Yes, 100% cheating. If you're in a relationship and you go to a happy ending massage parlor, yes, you have cheated on your significant other.
If they were legal, would it be cheating?
Yes, it's what do you mean legal?
Well, they're illegal in the States.
It does that does
So
not,
it's always secret happy ending places.
it does
What? It is.
okay. Let's dig into that. It's not illegal to cheat.
That's deep.
People just do it.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, the fact that it's illegal and legal does not dictate the fact if it's cheating or not. Why do you ask?
I just was thinking about it. It was like a shower thought.
Oh,
You know?
Uh-huh.
Just one of those thoughts that I was having.
Okay. A happy ending massage parlor.
Is a happy ending cheating? That's the thought
Yeah.
that I was having.
Yes, it is. At least in my opinion. Is it not in yours?
I'm not in a relationship, so I don't know. I wouldn't go to one. Like, I don't want to go to one. It's gross, and I feel like it would stress me out too much to go to one. But you're in a relationship,
Yeah, I'm married.
so I was like, well, I could ask Justice if he thinks.
I'm pretty sure anybody would tell you the same thing.
If you're married or in a relationship and listening to this podcast and are brave enough to be honest with me, let me know.
I think they would.
I won't do a poll. Actually, I might do a poll. Do you think happy endings are cheating?
Yes, is the answer to that question.
I promise you'll be anonymous.
Anonymous.
Oh my God, I can't say the word.
Anonymous.
What? How? Anonymous. Did it? Is that not it?
Anonymous. No, it's
Oh
not.
God.
Anonymous.
I'm almost as nervous as I would be in a happy ending massage parlor right now.
Try one more time.
Anonymous.
No.
Anonymous. Anonymous.
No,
Anonymous.
there you
Anonymous.
go. Anonymous.
Boom.
Boom.
Now we can move on.
Yep. I wasn't
Pretend
gonna let
like
you
that
get past
never
that.
happened.
You're gonna do it. Oh man. Well, interesting shower thought you had, man.
Well, can I be honest?
Yeah.
It wasn't really a shower thought. I was just thinking
about
it. I don't know what I was doing.
You know, I am impressed that you've waited so many years to now just tell me about this place that was next door.
I'm kind of surprised you never knew what a happy ending massage parlor
No,
was.
I know what a happy ending massage parlor
Do
is.
you
I
remember
was just
Joe's Jeans?
No.
They used to be a massage parlor in Spokane, and they got like raided because they were giving happy ending massages, and there was a bunch of like kind of like famous political people in Spokane. I don't know who that is.
And they would go there.
They were going there and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Joe's Jeans. My jeans.
Interesting that you wouldn't associate it.
Yeah, you know? I believe people should be happy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's always the best to always act on what makes you happy. But as Joe, and if I'm wearing jeans, I would like to make you happy.
Oh man. Oh man. Okay, well, let's see. Have I had any interesting shower thoughts? No.
Okay. I have a blind ranking for you.
You have a blind ranking.
I do.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with what we're just talking about.
Okay.
So actually this could, oh, can you do my blind ranking theme song?
Do you want me to do the exact same one?
If you can remember it.
Blind ranking.
Perfect. So this is actually going to be a tournament, a blind ranking tournament.
Oh, you're getting fancy already? Just the third blind ranking we're doing?
This was too big for 5.
Oh.
So every week for the next 5 weeks, we'll add to this. And then we'll get the top 5.
Uh-huh.
We'll take the one from each of the 5 and then have them compete against each other.
Okay.
And then you'll blind rank those top 5s.
Oh my.
Okay?
Okay.
So this is...
Is this what they're all gonna be?
Yes.
Okay.
Best video game quotes.
Oh.
There's too many for just one
there's
blind
way
ranking.
Too many. There's way too many.
So I have picked 5 video game quotes.
Okay.
You will blind rank these 5.
Okay.
Here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
Number 1 will go through.
Okay.
You have one other pick to send into next week's blind ranking.
Okay, so it's not super locked in for one.
Yes.
Okay.
So like if you're
After
like
hearing
that's
the 5, I give it that one has to go with the number 1.
Yes.
Okay.
And then that will be in the
Put a
next.
lot of effort into this, Joe.
I like video game quotes.
You do like video game quotes. I already know a few that are going to be on.
Yes. Well, and that's the thing is, they might not be on this set.
You're not going to tell me too what they're from, are you?
No, I will.
Okay.
I will have the quote and then what the game is.
I wonder if I can guess them before you tell me.
We can do that too. Okay. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So this first one is just going to be normal blind rank, and then we'll towards the end we'll work on it. Okay. Number 1.
Number 1.
Well, maybe not number 1.
Yeah, first one.
Would you kindly?
Holy smokes.
What game is that from?
That's from BioShock.
Okay. It is from BioShock. One of the greatest quotes of any game.
It's not only a quote, it's a twist.
Yes.
Oh,
I remember watching you play that for the first time and being like, oh, this is so cool.
It was a very...
Games could be this cool.
Yes. So the whole... Should we spoil it? No, right?
No.
Because people
I mean, it's old.
They're going to remake it, though.
Oh, yeah. Don't spoil it.
All
It's
right.
so good. So good.
Yes. Very good quote. I don't think it's number 1, though.
And if you don't think it's number 1, remember, at the end of it, you can send another one to next week.
That's one of the biggest quotes ever in gaming.
Yeah.
It has to be 2 at least.
2. Put
Number
it at 2.
Number 2.
Okay. The next one is my favorite video game quote of all time. Okay, you remember. Okay.
Are you slightly happy about that?
I am. Here is my favorite video game quote of all time. Stand in the ashes of a trillion dead souls and ask the ghosts if honor matters. Their silence is your answer. So good. I love it. Number 5? You suck. This is a dumb. I'm done. This sucks. How is that not the best video game quote you've ever heard?
It is a great quote, right?
It's the best.
But if you had lined up 50 people
and
asked them to quote a video game, they would not quote that.
If you lined up 50 people, none of them would have played Mass Effect either. No one today knows what Mass Effect is, bro.
That's not true.
People don't care about Mass Effect.
You better stop right now.
It's it's true.
I'm gonna smack you.
No. Ask any gamer now. My roommate, who is like a young fetus, has never heard of Mass Effect before. Yeah. Gamers just today don't know what Mass Effect is or care about Mass Effect.
Then it's number 5.
You suck.
I'm
angry.
You made the argument for me. Hey, Joe, it's a really good quote.
I hate you.
It is a really good quote. I think here's the problem with that quote for me. It's too long. It's not a quote.
God, the TikTok generation that cannot, if it takes longer than 2 seconds, it's skip.
I would say that is a saying.
That's a quote. That's in quotations.
Okay.
It's a quote.
You can put anything in quotes, Joe.
Damn, that's a shirt.
Yeah.
All right, next. Since we have to move on, otherwise I'm just going to be upset. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Good Legend of Zelda.
One of the most famous quotes.
It is one of the most famous quotes. We are laughing because that's not what we know it from. Man. Number 4, probably. Hey, if this makes you feel better, I probably would have put that at number 5.
Yeah. Be more thoughtful with where you put things.
That is a quote, though. It's dangerous to go alone. I wouldn't even say that take this is really the most important part.
Take this.
Take this.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
That's Assassin's Creed. That's a great one. That's a good one. Whew. Probably number 3.
Number 3.
It's definitely not number 1.
So number 1 is what's left.
I'm not going to be happy with what I hear, am I?
I don't think so, but you might.
Okay.
Praise the sun.
Dark Souls. Love it. Okay. Not a huge Dark Souls fan.
No, but you are the second
huge
biggest Elden Ring fan.
The second biggest?
Because you're not very good at it.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, no, that works. Praise
Number
the Sun's
1?
Fine.
Okay.
Praise the Sun. I having heard them all, if I was going to throw, it would be Would You Kindly as 1.
Okay. You can send Would
I
You
will
Kindly.
send Would You Kindly on to the next round.
Okay.
But also number 1 goes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Would You Kindly.
So Praise the Sun does not go to the next round. That's already a finalist.
Okay.
So Would You Kindly is going to... So there's going to be
Face
4 rounds.
Face off the number 1s of the other ones.
No, face off against the ones you also put through.
Yes.
And then those 5 will face off to be the last person in the last.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
There you go. I am upset, but I am glad that you at least pushed through Would You Kindly.
All right. Now, I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I thought of a blind ranking for you.
Oh, you gotta do the song again.
No, you got to make a song for me.
No. It's the blind ranking song.
Blind ranking, Justice Edition. That's mine. Because I don't do it very often, sucker.
That was bad. I wanted to join in, and that was... Okay. What's the blind ranking?
Well, you
I'm
want to
excited.
redo it with me?
Yeah.
You're just making me do it on my own.
I thought you were going to do the first one again.
Oh, no.
Okay.
That's yours.
Okay.
The blind ranking I have for you
Uh-huh.
is most disappointing video game.
Most disappointing video game.
Number 1 would be your most disappointing of the list.
Okay, can I ask one spoiler?
Yeah.
Is Damnation on this list?
It might be.
Because that's number 1.
I might have to move it off just because it is.
Okay.
Now, Joe, these are all going to be games that you have played.
I have played... Well, that makes sense. I would have had to play it to be disappointed in it.
Yes. These are games you
I'm
have
disappointed in a lot of games.
played. Yes, you are.
Okay.
So this is obviously the number 1 is the most disappointing game
Okay.
that you've played.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous you're going to be a little cheat
And throw like a really good
one game
in
I
there.
love.
I thought about it. I will refrain.
Okay. That
It
makes
would be
me have trust.
hilarious if I did all the
Life is Strange.
Life is Strange.
That would be messed up. But
Would you be in pain as you were
well,
doing it?
I could make it work.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I could make it work.
Okay. First one, Anthem.
Oh, okay. See, I know my default is number 1, but I feel like all these I could say number 1.
You
too.
might be able to.
Anthem.
Some of them are just funny.
Yes,
But
you were more excited for Anthem than I was.
I love BioWare because
Yeah.
of Mass Effect, and so did you. 'cause
I
of
love
Dragon
Mass
Age.
Effect and Mass Effect. Those are 2 of the best series.
Just said Mass Effect twice.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did I really?
Yeah, you're like, I love Mass Effect and Mass Effect.
I love Dragon Age and Mass Effect.
Yes.
2 of the greatest series.
Yes. And we were very excited for this potential online multiplayer Iron Man game.
Yes. Something that we do every year, well, most years when we are in positions to do so,
Yeah, financially.
financially, is get a game
For each other.
for each other's birthdays.
Christmas.
Anthem, when the year it came out, was you wanted that for your birthday.
Yeah.
And you asked very kindly if I could get you the $100 version of that
The
game.
special edition.
And I did.
Yeah, you want to follow the funny part about that one?
Uh-huh.
All the benefits went to you.
I got all the benefits and you didn't. Not that the benefits mattered. The game was alive for like a month.
Where would you put that on your list, Joe?
Anthem.
It had so much promise.
It did, but I can already think of at least 2 other games. At least 2 others that I'm more disappointed in.
Huh.
So I'm going to put Anthem at 4.
At 4.
At 4.
Okay.
Not that... I think it was disappointing, but I never had like these high hopes of this being an amazing game.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be a fun game, and the flying was fun for like 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Halo 5 Guardians.
Halo is one of our favorite series.
It is.
I think we very little, like, quickly shared the story of us dancing in our room.
Yeah, we did.
At the thought of Halo 2 coming out. We
did
didn't
come
even own it.
No, it was just, it came out today.
Yeah. We've played every Halo
Every
on
single
Legendary.
one. Yep, we beat every single one.
Halo 5 Guardians had an amazing trailers leading up to it. That
Yep.
was Master Chief facing off
Locke.
against Locke, and Master Chief was this,
Going rogue or something like that.
So exciting.
Yeah.
The game, nothing. He was rogue for like 2 missions.
Remember how they settled it?
Ugh, so bad.
Like, dodge, punch.
Uh-huh. 2.
Oh, that's up there.
2.
Oh, disappointing.
Because I wanted to love it. It was Halo.
Yes.
Unlike Anthem, I had that deep desire that this was gonna be 343's like
Magnum
thing that
opus.
says that they can still do they can do this.
Yes.
And it was not good.
No. Now this one's a throwback.
Okay.
Bullet Witch.
I was not thinking about Bullet Witch. Bullet Witch.
Which, oddly enough, might have been the reason I made the list because let's be fair. You were tricked.
I was.
You thought it was Bayonetta.
So the fantastic and wonderful Mr. Bo has some older brothers.
Yeah.
One of his older brothers, Tyler, not that he listens to this, but full call out, is a very confident person.
He is.
And at the time, someone I listened to for no reason.
Yeah.
There's no reason I should have listened to him, but I did.
I stopped as soon as he betrayed me that one time. We'll get into that maybe at a different time.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about, but
When he sent me to my doom.
oh yeah, we have to talk about that. But we were at a mall.
Wasn't it that trade game place?
No, it was the CNA.
BT? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And this game, Bullet Witch, was there, pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Not for us, but considered. I thought this was Bayonetta.
There's a witch. And she had guns.
She had guns and guns on her feet.
Uh-huh.
Bayonetta, as a young, horny teenage kid, looked so exciting. Bayonetta is about this witch who's super hot, and her magic comes from her hair,
yeah.
but her clothes are from her hair. So when she uses her magic, her clothes start to go away. How awesome is that? That's so awesome.
It's not that awesome.
And so I was driven. When Tyler said this was Bayonetta, even
though it did not say Bayonetta?
Well, we didn't know what it was called.
Oh, the game?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was expecting a happy ending, and I got something that I will say is number 5. I will put enough time has passed.
And it also wasn't, you weren't necessarily, if this was Bayonetta.
If this was Bayonetta, it would have been number 1.
No, but if it was, because you've been so disappointed.
I would have been so disappointed. I mean, she was an attractive witch.
Did you beat the first level?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Ask if I beat the second level.
Did you?
No. It was awful.
I've given you 3 now, haven't I?
You've given me 3.
All right.
Halo, Anthem, and Bayonetta. You are not nearly as prepared as I am when I have my list on my phone.
No,
you're doing this all from your noggin.
Yeah, I am.
That's pretty impressive.
So, I was trying to stay away from another BioWare game. Mass Effect Andromeda.
Wow, not that means there's only going to be one more game, and I can at least think of 3 or 4 games that I thought was going to be on this list.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, I might throw another list like this at you randomly. There's a lot of games you've been disappointed with, Joe.
I wish I didn't just use the 5 slot.
Because you probably would.
I would have put this at 5.
This might have been one of my most disappointing.
I called it pretty early on that this game was going to be not
Really
good.
bad.
But the gameplay was actually pretty fun, I thought.
Uh-huh.
And I got all the achievements in it.
Uh-huh.
That's a big win for me. I'm an achievement hunter, and
should I switch games?
you can. I would happily put it at, was it 3?
I got a better one.
Okay.
Life is Strange 2.
Not the worst game that the developers have made.
Have you finished it?
No. I can admit that
Some
it's on
might
me
say
though.
that you didn't like it. A Life is Strange
I
game.
didn't. This is the only Life is Strange game I did not finish. I got to episode 4, so I finished 3 episodes. I think one of the main problems I had with it is I so desperately wanted it to be the characters I loved.
Right.
I wanted it to be a Max and Chloe game,
Yeah.
and it wasn't. I like the brothers a lot. I did not like almost any of the supporting cast.
Okay.
Is it 1 and 2 I have left, or 1 and 3?
One in I believe 1 and 2 actually.
No, 2 was Halo.
What? No,
1
because
and
you were
3.
going to put this at 4. It's 4 and 1, I think, that you have left.
Okay, then I'll put this at 4.
Okay.
I'll put this at
All right.
4. I do want to.
gonna-
I do want to finish it at some point. Let me say, I do. I just don't think I ever will. I don't think I will.
All right. I got one more for you.
Okay, this better be the one. I have one that is above all these games.
And I'm having a hard time remembering what that one is.
Okay.
Because it's not jumping out at me really strong.
Okay.
So
I will
you
tell
are
you at
allowed
the
to
end of
tell
it.
me at the
Okay.
end. But the one I'm going to throw is Gears of War Judgment.
Oh, I would have changed this list around a little bit. I would have put Halo 5 at number 1 if I knew Gears was going to be... Gears I was disappointed in. Because Gears of War
Joe,
Judgment is like a
as,
phone game almost.
As we were playing it, we were like, what is this?
Yeah, it was like every corridor
Star
was a
rating
level.
at the
Yeah,
end.
it was a phone game.
Yeah.
It was bad. And Baird was my favorite Gears character. I
Not
love
after
Baird.
that.
No.
It actually...
Even looking back at the series and replaying the first game like we have been, Dom is the best.
Yes.
Dom is the best.
Dom's great.
But up until Judgment, Baird was my favorite.
It was pretty bad.
Did Judgment come out after 3? Or
yes,
in between?
it was
Yeah.
after 3.
Yeah, that deserves number 1.
It was the first game not by Cliff Bleszinski's team.
Yeah, by that jump, it was like Mega Jump, not Rocket Jump.
It was the same people who did another pretty disappointing game, actually.
Don't say the kick game, the shooting kick game. That was a fun game.
The shooting kick game?
Do you remember the shooting kick game?
I don't.
It was a shooting kick game. I can't remember what it was called.
Oh, Lawbreakers?
No.
Oh, I
What
don't
is
know.
Lawbreakers?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
What was the one you were thinking I was going to say? Because I'm going to hit
Ghost Recon Wildlands? What was...
Breakpoint. It was
Breakpoint.
Wildlands was the first one.
Breakpoint. I have never been more angry at myself for buying a game.
You pre-ordered it.
Yes, because we played the beta.
It was a lot of fun.
And we laughed so much.
Yeah.
I bought the game, $70 game. Okay?
Uh-huh.
I think I have 20 minutes in that game. I don't know if I was more disappointed in the game or it made me more disappointed in myself. I still hate the fact that I did this.
Didn't Willie have that too?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I could have played by myself.
Yeah.
I'm used to playing with myself. But I just couldn't do it. That's my most disappointing
I would have never
game.
thought of that.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
think
my number 1.
I never realized. Well, that was my little...
That was fun. I enjoyed that.
I literally just thought of it today.
Nice.
Yeah, I was
Good
driving.
job.
I was driving up to Canada.
Thought of Bullet Wish, huh?
Yeah, Bullet Witch and
Weird.
Anthem were the ones that started it because
Yeah.
I knew that we were both incredibly disappointed with Anthem.
That was bad. That was just so much money wasted.
Mm-hmm.
That's what... If any of those games were free, that would help a lot.
Yes.
Like, it's the fact
They're
that I
not.
wasted money on those games.
Yes.
And that hurts. That hurts my soul.
A little bit.
That hurts my soul.
Yep. Joe, where are we on time?
30 minutes.
Oh, we're still doing pretty good.
We're good. We're good.
We have, at this point, watched Deadpool.
We had seen Deadpool by the time the last episode came out, too.
Yes, but we had actually seen it. Now, what was your predicted rating? Because
I said it was going to save the Marvel Universe.
All right, now...
It was going to be so good that it was going to save the Marvel Universe.
Do you think it did?
I stand by that word for word.
Interesting. I also stand by my 7.
So, I think that's okay.
For
the Marvel Universe right now, a 7 is God tier. Honestly, they can't get past 3 or 4. So
I think personally, they, and this isn't a spoiler because
no spoiler. This will be a spoiler free. Don't panic.
Yeah, we're not
actually. Maybe a little because Justice is really bad at spoiling things.
Not.
But it will be spoiler free from my end.
If I do spoil something,
I will cut it out. I promise, and it's safe to continue.
Okay. I think they relied way too heavily on cameos.
Okay.
And also, I do think they missed some opportunities with the whole Deadpool and Wolverine thing, and so they just made them kind of either for the first part of the movie just I'm gonna kill you type situation, and then all of a sudden there's a turn, because I almost spoiled it.
I know you. Justice has spoiled things my entire life, and it has made me so sad and so angry.
What have I spoiled for you?
Justice.
No, I don't.
Let's finish this and then I can go into things you've ruined for me.
Oh, well, all right. Fine.
Kirsten, by the way, was nodding in agreement, which means you have spoiled things for her too.
What? I don't like this. I just think that I understand Deadpool being the funny haha guy because that's why I like him so much. But I do think if you're going to bring Wolverine back, there has to be a little bit more there. There has to be. Okay. Just a little bit more.
Okay.
Instead of just like everything. Instead of just everything trying to be funny.
Okay. Okay. I went in to this movie wanting to chuckle and wanting cameos.
So you got what you wanted.
It delivered on everything I wanted, and I disagree with you with their dynamic. I loved their dynamic.
It's a great buddy cop dynamic. Like, you got your serious one, you got your goofball. There were some great lines in there.
Fantastic.
Not gonna there was, but
I could see Justice trying. He's trying so hard.
I was just hoping because in the first 2 Deadpool movies, there were emotional, there was actually some emotional depth to the movies. Not as much, not a ton, but there was some. Yeah. And I just don't feel like there was anything other than ha-has in this one.
I haven't seen the first Deadpool in a while. I rewatched the second one the day or two before. I don't think the second one was any more emotional scenes than was in the third one.
And the second one for me is also a 7.
Okay, there you go.
Like the first one I thought was like a 9.
Yeah. I've heard from people that they just thought it was too much Ryan Reynolds
in this movie.
And I think I've decided I just love Ryan Reynolds.
I
don't think that's a problem.
He doesn't bother me.
I don't think there's too much Ryan Reynolds for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of
maybe if it was a rom-com, but in a role like Deadpool, I don't think there's too much Ryan Reynolds for me.
No, there are some great scenes and some really some things that, when you watch it, I was like, never knew I wanted this. But I think I want this.
Yes, agreed.
All right,
it was amazing.
But yeah, I stand by my prediction. So we were pretty spot on.
It's like we saw the movie when I said we saw the movie. All right,
now what the heck have I spoiled for you?
This is good. I feel dumb even saying this because it's so old, and how are people like, that can't get spoiled, you should have read the books. You spoiled the Half-Blood Prince for me.
How?
I can't remember.
Never happened.
No, it did. Because here's what happened. You saw it in theaters with a bunch of the other people on the farm.
Right.
I did not. Because at that time, I still thought Harry Potter was stupid.
Yes.
I said, this is a baby book for baby kids. And I still think it's a baby book for baby kids. And it grows up. It grows up with the audience.
It's a good baby book.
It's a great beginner books.
Yeah.
Great. You spoiled that for me. You pretty much went scene by scene with all the Ron stuff. Scene by scene.
All the Ron stuff?
Yeah. I mean, it's not big things, but it's still, you spoiled
the Ron stuff?
Yeah, like with him and the love potions and the, that's all in Half-Blood Prince, right? Yeah.
That part was really funny.
Yeah. I'm not saying you always spoil big moments, but you get so excited and happy that
I like sharing my happiness with people.
You can't not tell people, and that's why, like, when you watch something with someone, you always are looking at them.
Okay, you say I always spoil. Give me another one.
Okay. I'm gonna probably have to think, because it's one of those things that just happens.
Oh, sure. Maybe it happened one time and it was just traumatizing.
No.
Joe,
I will say this. Let me say this. That is such that question that you just asked is 100% a, like, maniacal and manipulative question.
What is?
Give me an example. If you reword it differently, it's so much sweeter and kinder. But, like, give me the example.
Do you want me to rephrase it?
Do you want me to rephrase it? I can't think of the word when they think they're better.
Can you give me another instance, Joe, where I might have spoiled something for you?
That sounds so much better.
I could have also said, kind sir, could you give me another instance?
I would prefer all those things.
How about you loser?
I would prefer that too.
Just tell me another instance.
I would 100% prefer that too. I can't think of any off the top of my head. That does not mean you didn't do it. But
so I'm gonna go on this fact.
You know it's true.
No, it's not.
That's the problem.
Because here's the other thing.
You know it's true.
What have I watched that you haven't other than that? When have we not watched the things at the exact same time?
It is not just movies, my good sir. It is not just movies.
All right. What
good sir.
What game have I spoiled
It
for
is
you?
Games.
Okay.
And the most important, it is real life things. It is you are better now, maybe. You are one of the worst secret keepers I know. Period. End of sentence. To the point that I had a list of people I could tell things to.
I was really low on the list.
If I was okay with everyone else knowing. You were on that list.
It's really upsetting.
I've told you that before too, though.
Yes.
You know, that's I didn't blame you.
Can I tell you, when I first heard that, I was really depressed about it.
I'm sorry.
Like, actually, like, really depressed.
I
remember going home and telling my wife, Kirsten. I was just being like,
you will not believe what I just heard today.
I was just like, he doesn't trust me. And I might have cried.
I probably did.
Cried.
I'm really sorry.
Your trust means so much to me.
And I did trust you. But I also trusted you to tell people. So I only shared certain things.
Okay.
That's just life. There's certain people you know are going to be a vault. They are either because they're going to forget exactly what I tell them 2 minutes after this, or they just don't want to talk to people about it. You, for either good intentions or, I think they were all good intentions, you would either want other people to know so they could either, like, be praying for them or thinking about them. But you also, there's part of you that thrived in gossip conversation. It's okay. This could sound a little mean. I don't mean it to.
We've already had this conversation that when someone prefaces a sentence like that, it's usually right before they're going to say something mean.
If you think it's too mean, we can cut it.
Okay.
Okay. I think it's because
What do you think, I'm a wussy too?
It was so hard for you to, like, make certain friends or feel valued that if you had knowledge of something that someone else didn't have,
and then I might think that they would want to know,
that helped you feel more
needed.
Yeah.
Wanted. No, that's probably fair.
So I think that's how it started.
Right.
I don't think like in these. I don't think you're the same way now. I think you have a hard time, but I think you're better at keeping it.
You think I just like get a cold sweat anytime I have to hide something?
You clench your butthole and you're just like, I gotta go poop.
Oh my god.
Fair?
No.
Oh, okay. I also can admit when something's fair and not fair.
Okay. I would say I had the biggest struggle with this in Africa.
Yes.
But I don't think that's true for here.
But guess what? I grew up with you in South Africa, so I got used to relating in certain ways.
But you told me you didn't trust me over here, Joe.
Yes. That's true.
Yeah.
That's truth.
Yep.
I'm not going to lie. That's true. And it's not that I didn't trust you. I just didn't trust. I trusted myself with the information.
Let's just all say that Joe did not trust me, clearly.
No, because it's not like I thought you were going to share these things in a violent or in a deceiving way.
No, of course not. I wouldn't.
But I fully believed you were going to get home to your wife and not be able to hold it in. And maybe that's a part of marriage that I just don't know.
That's a part of marriage.
Because I just don't, I'm not married.
Listen, if you tell a husband, I've learned this firsthand recently, actually. Mm-hmm. I told somebody something in confidence, and they went and told their wife, and I wasn't super happy about that.
How'd that feel?
Not great.
Yeah, okay.
not great. But it's just not a good feeling.
It's the way, and like, here's the strange thing, okay?
But I wouldn't stop trusting him with things. I still would talk to him.
And I didn't stop trusting you. I just stopped telling you certain things.
Important things, Joe.
Yeah, but that's just...
Who's going to watch out for you, not for your big brother?
Well, that's why I bow.
Oh, God.
Bow is the vault.
The vault.
You have to have a vault in your life. They're important to have. I think I was a vault for a lot of people. I'm about to out myself, though. Because I would just forget a lot of things people would tell me. I wouldn't talk very much, so people would tell me things, and then 10 minutes later I'd be like, oh crap, what conversation did I just have? And so for a long time people told me
thank you for listening.
Joe's really good at keeping secrets, and I was like, I don't know what secrets I'm keeping.
Well, that's gotta be stressful.
I mean, it wasn't.
What if someone like called you out and be like, Joe, I need your help, and you know what for? And you're just like, I don't know what for.
No, that's how you do it, because then they just think you're messing with them. They're like, dang, he's good. He won't even reshare the secret with me now. I've had a very similar thing like that happen. Not like, help, you need to unbury the body or something like that. But where they're like, man, you really are. Like they wanted to refer to something they told me in the past. And I was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'd do it with a little smile. Because that's always safe to say with a smile.
And that's a very deceptive thing to do. Yeah. Because it's like I know what you're talking about.
And then they're like, oh, you're so good. And then they would kind of say it, and then I'd be like, oh, yeah, okay. I'm here. I'm good. I'm caught up. I remember now.
Here's the craziest thing, though. Me and Kirsten have talked about this a lot. People trust me a lot.
Yes. They do.
They do.
They always have.
And that's not misplaced.
No. Not at all.
The only person I tell, and I'll be honest, I tell my wife, but she's part of who I am. She's part of who I am. We're one. She gets to know things.
But people trusted you before you ever met Kirsten.
Yes. Maybe it's my name.
I don't know. I never understood it. I would always be like, okay.
But to be fair, I love it because I love helping people.
Yes.
So like, I like it when people tell me about things they're going through.
Yes.
Because I would love to be able to like offer
support,
counsel or support. And I mean, if I could choose, I would be a counselor. Like I would love to do that. I just
choose to do that.
I don't believe in the industry anymore, unfortunately.
Okay.
But you can do that in other ways too.
Yes.
You can help people in other ways. I don't believe I'm going to get a degree in this. I think it's been corrupted. That's a different conversation for another time.
Yeah, I think it has been corrupted. I do agree in getting a degree in it.
Yeah. Well,
but
I don't want to get indoctrinated. I probably wouldn't, but
that's fair.
Also, it's a lot of money.
It's so much money.
It's so much
more money than anything else.
More money than I have.
Oh, okay.
But I love talking to people.
You do.
Yep.
I will say, because I feel like I hurt your feelings,
You didn't hurt my feelings. This has already happened.
I'm going to tell you a secret.
No, you're not.
I will.
No, you won't.
I promise.
I
I'm
know
going
where
to tell
this
you a
is coming
secret.
already. Don't you even start with me.
Justice,
Joe,
get ready. You're not making
I'm
this
gonna
easy
punch
for
you
me
in
to
the
tell
face.
you.
I'm gonna punch you
You're
in the
not
face.
making this easy for me to tell you. Just give me a little bit of a moment. I just need a
I
moment.
hate you.
Just gonna take a deep breath. Take it with me. That's been What's with the Lemon.